Okay, we're back with a Stone Vigil again. Reason being is because I thought Monk would be the hardest class, but no, I forgot that Dragonfire Dive is not got until level 50, so Dragoon is the worst AoE DPS, and they went Dark Nut because I believe that Dark Nut is probably the worst class for wall-to-walling at this level. I'm gonna trust him on that fact, so... As long as it's not Warrior, who gets their invuln very early on, it's perfectly fine. Oh, that AoE is not in a good spot. This could be tricky. I got it. He's galvanized. That's... I have to hope and pray and get over here. Yep, he used his Shadow Wall quite nicely. I don't care that I got double crits. I'm still going to use Adlo because I want to make sure my tank doesn't die, and as you can see, he's perfectly fine. I might have ran out of MP, but he's safe and sound, and we win, and that's what matters. And of course, down that crit low. You must have gotten critted a bunch, but even then, we pulled through. That's the thing. Like, we pull right through. Even with all those crits. I don't feel like insuming the guy. It's not really that bad a debuff. You can just out-heal it with his normal attacks. But I will add Loculum in. And you know what? Yeah, Stark Knight might be worse than Paladin because at least Paladin has a lot of myths going for them at this level. So does Gunbreaker. So Dark Knight might actually be the worst. And I wanted the worst of the worst to see if this was still possible with the worst of the worst. And of course, I'm going to use Lucid Dreaming right away to heal back to full. I may have been at, what, 900 before that mini-boss started, but look where I'm at now on MP. I'm at 8,500 and going up to full. Now, I didn't even need to worry about a thing. I'm going to stand here, that way I can heal him for the next pull without aggroing anything. As you can see, I'm going a little bit ahead of him. That way I can keep... Oh, gonna give him a good old-fashioned swift cast. He's gonna want to use his mitt soon. That's a fine mitt right there. He's still gonna be good. Ooh, that crit coming in clutch, of course. But I'm still pulling through, gonna Lucid Dreaming. Hopefully that doesn't get him killed. Yeah, I would have actually lost that team fight without the crit Adlo. And the reason I don't use, of course, White Mage is their Cure 2 is much better than Adlo, even though the crit Adlo does that. Like... I don't think he used Reprisal at all, though. If he did, then probably, like, there's Reprisal, there's Arm's Length. I don't think I saw him use. There's Rampart. He probably used, but I didn't see. Overall, tanks do have a lot going for them. But as you can see, 5,000, I don't really care. I'm still going to be spamming. Just gonna be spamming my rune like I don't really care, and then just use Lucid Dreaming while I'm in my downtime. I'll be doing more videos on this, trust me, I will. But this is more so to show that all this stuff is possible. We got rotten luck back there, but my crit Adlo pulled through. And if I were using White Mage, that crit would have just nuked his health back anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. So regardless, he would have been fine when I did that crit. And with White Mage, I would have healed him for a lot more than with just Scholar too. And not only that, though, I would have double regens on the tank while I'm doing so, which would be harder to pull off, yes, but I'm looking for the worst strat to use in these dungeons. And White Mages, I should sprint, he's sprinting. Not close, so he waited for me, that's fine. Didn't need to, but that's perfectly fine. He's going for all these enemies right here. The second pull is definitely the hardest pull, so this pull should be easier. And he's good to go. I'll just stand here. He's good. Okay. I got nervous for a little bit because of how fast his health was draining, but it's definitely not draining as fast as the second pull. And as you can see, with True Dragoons... we win. But with all the crits the enemies got, that pull probably wouldn't have been possible if I didn't get that crit. So I could have probably pulled through with... Actually, the enemies were very low on health at that stage, so I could have probably been able to loop them back through the dungeon with my sprint. But that crit Adloquillum was still good nonetheless, and it may or may not have saved the run. This is also second attempt, not first. The second attempt, what am I saying? The first attempt, the tank kind of didn't use his mitt in time, but that's perfectly fine, mistakes happen. And with a second pull, we got through everything just fine. I'll just use Lucid Dreaming, why not? I'm not going to exactly run out of MP very soon, so... But as you can see, we're killing the dragon. But yes, all healing takes in ARR dungeons is pressing mainly one button, probably a second. I know I missed both of my Whispering Dawns, but I didn't need them. The first one was because I think the tank was just way too far away. And in a situation like that, you don't have time to place your fairy right next to him or anything like that. You have to keep healing or else he dies, so I was just hoping it hit him. I was hoping I was close enough. The second time... same situation. You gotta be very careful when doing wall-to-walls, because one simple mistake or one simple attempt to heal somebody else will lose the run. Well, was a Stone Vigil. Take care.